Wilsonville 58. Elevators up on both sides of the field. 2 coral scored up high by the Blue Alliance. No coral scored up high by the Red Alliance, but they do manage to get one down onto the first level. Elevator up for the Nerd Herd, and they do finish by getting that L4 scored for a good number of points at the end of the autonomous period. Drivers step forward and take control, and the Blue Alliance lining up with Chaos Theory and Bite Size on opposite sides of that wreath. Chaos Theory places theirs pretty quickly. Bite Size follows soon after. And their alliance partner Steel Ridge looking for Coral to pick up off of the ground. One of the few robots here that has a ground intake. And they line up with the 4th level of the reef, but it doesn't quite stick. Chaos Theory, meanwhile, goes up, gracefully places yet another piece of coral up high, and as they back away, pull an algae off of that reef. Meanwhile, red side of the field, AO5 Annex, elevator going up a little bit, and it looks like they're lining up to the 2nd level, and they managed to knock one of those algae off of the reef. Coral placed for AO5, and their alliance partner is Nerd Herd, just sending a piece of coral over the top of the reef. AO5 returns and quickly scores on the 3rd level. Meanwhile, CERT looking like they're looking for things to do or trying to figure out what's going on with their robot. Meanwhile, over on the blue barge, that human player for Bite-Sized throwing a good number, 3 in a row, algae up into that barge. Blue side of the field, Bite-Sized arm up in the air, wobbling back and forth. And it now looks like 25-21, CERT is over on the blue side of the field trying to slow Chaos Theory's cycles. Chaos Theory just pushes them out of the way, though, and will return back to the human player station. They're going to have to be careful as there's a lot of coral on the ground, and Chaos Theory has to line up all the way to that human player station. So CERT sees that and decides to park themselves there. Chaos Theory is having none of it, though, and goes back to the other human player on the other side of the field. Meanwhile, Red Alliance being defended by Steel Ridge as we enter the endgame period. Nerd Herd lining up to that barge with 13 seconds left, and they are up in the air. Chaos Theory lining up with their climber. Will they be able to get up off the ground in time? And just at the end of the match, they are airborne. Preliminary scores 110 to 104 in favor of the Blue Alliance, but of course we'll have to see your final scores when they are released. Final scores, and your winner, the Blue Alliance. With a score of 124 to 118, 6 points separate these two alliances, 5 ranking points being taken home by that Blue Alliance, 1 for Auto, 1 for Barge. Red Alliance taking home those same 2 ranking points, Auto and Barge, but the difference being Blue Alliance taking home those 3 winning ranking points. Chaos Theory holding themselves ranked